Alright, so today I'm gonna talk about false spirit guides and my experiences with it because I have been having reoccurring experiences with this, especially since late July. So my first occurrence with it was in a dream where I met an owl figure. So I was lying on the bed next to my mom, and suddenly there was something that tapped me on my feet. And I was, okay, so what is that? I'm gonna check it out. So I appeared down and looked down, and it was in the form of a Pokemon owl, which, yeah, this is how it looks like. So we just hugged and cried, and it seemed like as if I knew this being. Yeah, it had that kind of familiarity, and I remember asking, like, so if you were a past spirit guide, so why is it not my current spirit guides which are currently appearing? And just, I can't really remember what I said right now at this point, but it did answer me with a question like, did you forget me? Okay, and then I had a second dream probably another week later or so, or 2 weeks, where it was me in third person perspective. So in this dream, everyone else has a spirit guide that's just floating over their shoulder, like fairy parents, and there was this girl that was walking away to another corridor, and all I see is this bluish grayish owl statue, which looks a lot more realistic than the first dream where it was a Pokemon owl, and it was used all its strength to just move and fling its body all the way against the girl's side or back, to get her attention. And I think that was like the end of the dream. And then subsequently, maybe a couple of days later or so, I had another experience where I woke up. I don't remember my dream at that point. And there was a fluttering kind of like wings feeling right at the back of my head, and I don't know what it was, so I woke up and I thought it was a cockroach. Thankfully there was no cockroaches. I checked my bed, okay? And I keep my room clean, so yes. There was no insect, no cockroach. It definitely felt like it wasn't like a small wing, probably like maybe really the size of like the back of my head, but slightly smaller. So I went online trying to search, like what could this be? Could this be like another hypnagogic hallucinations? And I think there's like another one called like hypnopompic hallucinations, which is the one that you get when you're about to wake up and you hallucinate. Well, apparently, the fluttering feeling isn't quite what they describe in hypnopompic hallucinations. So I went on to ask another person, and someone online said that it could be a certain spiritual interference of something interacting with my aura or energetic field. So the nature of it is unknown. It could be like a demon, some sort of parasite. It could be an angel, your spirit guide. Who knows? No one knows. Yeah. And then later on, I happened to have experiences where I was led to go to like one of the spiritual store. Anyway, basically, I just wanted to replace like one of my necklace, and I went to that Spiritualist, which I sort of believe in because I did have a true sort of experience with this person who's able to read auras, check them, and clear them. But that's like another story for another day. And she checked my lower chakras. Everything was fine except my heart chakra. So she said that there was like something there was some energy, and she just cleared it for free. And just so you know, I didn't pay for this. Yeah. And so it led me to believe, to think back, like, was this really a guide as they claim to be? Like, do not trust the feeling that because you feel something familiar, it is a guide or something that is good for you. not everything that is familiar is good for you. Not even like the people, just because they have, like, for example, similar habits, similar appearances, or certain kind of things that we can just deceive you outwardly. Always try to look inwards and analyze their actions, their intentions, because from the first dream onwards, it didn't really seem actually like a guide now that I think about it. So at first I did think it was a guide that was coming back because I ignored it for the longest time, and I thought it was one of those things which I maybe used to talk to as a kid. But no, because it was just leading on with confusion, no clarity, doesn't really say the purpose besides the fact that it seemed rather lonely, and I think maybe I was just looking for something to attach itself to out of loneliness, or it could really be a past attachment that I had as a kid that is now trying to return back and feed on me. And I'm not gonna let that happen. So just know that I think there are gonna be a lot of false spirit guides, especially if you are gonna use tools, like pendulum or tarot or sort of thing, which can enter your field and give you false answers. Or if you don't even use tools, but you just have the ability to hear things or actually have like clairvoyance, that sort of thing, then you have to be very careful about what you allow in, what you let in, and also be discerning if the information that you are receiving is it really coming from source, or is it coming from your true spirit guide or your false spirit guides. And just so you know, even if you do have a true spirit guide, is a true spirit guide really, really for you? Like, have they been giving you like bad choices in advising you? Because there are ones that could have good intentions but still fail to guide you, and you can fire them. So at this point, I was just advised by another person to just bathe myself in salt and baking soda, and probably also because I've been neglecting grounding. So yeah, do your groundwork and bathe in salt. And right now I'm just trying to do a lot of energetic clearing in terms of past people from my field and any other like negative attachments which has happened to me or is on me. Hopefully all these will just wash over somehow. Thank you for watching.